Hey, 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 it's Fred Albert, and I'm gonna sing a song for you. And Bill's gonna show you a thing or two. You'll have some fun now with me and all the gang, learning from each other while we do our thing. Na, 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 gonna have a good time. Hey, hey.
This is Bill Cosby coming at you with music and fun. And if you're not careful, you may learn something before it's done. Hey, hey, hey.
Do it like old Rudy tells you now.
Why? You an architect or something?
Mostly something. I happen to be the builder of my own success.
Lucky the building inspector didn't come around.
Here's what I think of you, small change. I hit the old jackpot!
Rudy, you're like a field trip from school.
What do you mean, a field trip from school?
No class.
Hey!
Hi, Doreen, and Cosgrove likewise.
How's the pet show coming?
Great.
I wish we had a pet we could enter.
Yeah, we've been begging our parents for a cute pup, but they won't give us one.
They say we're not ready for responsibility. Can you imagine that?
Well, a puppy can be a pretty big obligation. You know, it's got to be fed regularly.
Of course we do that.
And taken for walks and trained to be housebroken. Sometimes the house is broken before the dog is. Here. See you later, brown hornet time.
All right, let's move. Yeah.
It's not a bird. It's not a bee. It's a brown hornet! As you recall, last time we left our hero, the brown hornet, and his trusty pal Stinger, hopelessly trapped inside a giant space washing machine, whirring round and round with the spin cycle set on forever. Using the brown hornet's superpowers, they naturally escaped unharmed.
Oh, man! Did you dig that?
Now, we pick up our heroes as they face an even worse threat.
Sorry about that. Was that turn too sharp for you?
No, Hornet, I always wear my shorts around my knees.
Have you thought about taking a little vacation, Chief?
Vacation? Me? A hero? Never.
Brown Hornet, you really need to unwind. Go take a vacation somewhere in space.
Yeah, get a nice space tan. Pack up all your cares and woes.
Sorry, crew. I cannot do it. I have to take care of our rocket ship. Guard it at all times.
But we take full responsibility.
We appeal to you.
Frankly, you do not appeal to me. A little hero humor there. I shall think it over. Long enough, I will do it. But remember, you are responsible. Fully responsible. Never leave the ship unguarded. Ever. I wonder how Stinger and Tweeter are bearing up under all the responsibility.
Well, it's been 5 days now and nothing's happened.
Yeah. I'm certainly getting tired sitting around.
Let's get out and stretch.
Stop!
Hey, what's the brown hornet gonna do?
In answer to your last question, I am cutting my vacation short to catch that thief.
What a piece of space cake this was. A fast paint job, and nobody will ever recognize these wheels. Back home in Spaciana. Bad boy Boris used spacecrafts, wheels and deals. Bad boy Boris? That's me!
And this is me. Good boy, Brown Hornet.
Shake hands with my crooked deal clincher. Now to hammer home my point.
Time to keep a stiff upper lip and fist.
Excuse my glassy look. This glass shield is foolproof.
But it's not smart proof. Time to cool your act, Boris. Till the space authorities come to put you into deep freeze.
We know.
Weary, We neglected our responsibility.
Responsibility!
I forgive you on one condition. Never forget, when you neglect your responsibility, you invite trouble. Now, let's talk about next year's vacation. Flying saucers. Even worse, flying cups. And the topper, flying teapots.
Will our daring heroes survive their latest dangerous threat? If so, how? Tune in next time for another exciting episode of The Brown Hornet.
Hey, what's the Brown Hornet gonna do?
Ah, the good old Brown Hornet. Now you can understand why he has so much respect for himself. And Stinger and Tweeter have renewed respect for him now. I mean, even though Tweeter and Stinger neglected their responsibilities, the Brown Hornet was big enough to forgive them. And not until he made them aware that if we were to kick the one responsible for most of our troubles, we wouldn't be able to sit down for a week. In short, we are responsible for our own behavior.
Did you fall down that hole? No, dumb Donald. I was sitting here, and they built it around me.
Hey.
Cosgrove and I found the pet for us down at the pet shop.
Now all we have to do is convince Mom and Dad to buy it.
They've got to. It's the perfect pet.
Finding the perfect pet isn't too hard. It's finding the perfect owners. That's the hard part.
Hey. It's a big day.
Look what we got!
Isn't that Albert cute, Freddie?
Sure was nice of you folks to buy Freddie.
Yep, they really came through.
I hope you do the same. You know, don't let him down. By not taking full responsibility, Freddie has to be
Fed
regularly, taken for walks, housebroken.
Cosgrove and I know we're fully responsible for taking care of Freddie.
Right, so relax, will you? Please?
You gotta hand it to Fat Albert. If you don't hand it to him, he just might take it anyway. Right now, he's taking Doreen and Cosgrove's confidence with a grain of salt. Confidence, that's the quiet, assured feeling we get when we know we're right. And let's hope Doreen and Cosgrove are right.
Doreen? Ah, glad you're here. I've got to do some shopping. I'll be back in a few hours.
Where's Freddie?
On the back porch, but he really needs to be exercised.
I can't take him out now. I have to meet Laura.
I'm supposed to play ball with Fat Albert and the gang.
One moment. Now, your dad and I love Freddie as much as you do. But lately, we find that he and I are the only ones who are taking care of him. Having a pet isn't all fun. There are certain obligations, too.
We know that, Mom.
Puppies are like babies. You've got to take care of them. Puppies have lots of energy that must be worked off. Now, you take care of it. See you in a little while.
exercise Freddy.
You know I can't do it now. I gotta play ball.
What about me? I promised to meet Laura.
You can see Laura anytime.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. You and your dumb ball game.
Yeah, and I'm late for it right now.
I can't stay either.
So?
So who's gonna exercise Freddy?
Just turn him loose in the house.
We can't do that. He'd rip the place apart.
Then lock him in the kitchen.
He wouldn't like that.
Well, if you're so worried, you take him for a walk.
See you later, Freddy.
I don't think Doreen and Cosgrove are on the right track with Freddie. I really can't blame Freddie for not being too happy at this stage. And Doreen and Cosgrove are beginning to show him just what we mean when we talk about a dog's life. And sadly, I'm afraid little Freddie might be the one to suffer most for Cosgrove and Doreen's actions.
Come on! What are you stalling for? Wait a minute. Okay, now I'm set.
Whoever said you ought to move the hands ahead.
Strike two!
Get up!
Relax, Rudy. You ought to be used to it by now. You've had 3 strikes on you as long as I can remember.
Cosgrove, we better get home to give Freddy his exercise.
Hey, mind if I tag along? I haven't seen old Freddie for a long time.
We're here, Freddy.
And we brought your pal, Fat Albert, along.
He's gone. Oh, no.
I'll get the gang to help look.
Hey, watch it!
Mayday! Mayday! Mayday, mayday. Mayday is what pilots radio when they're in trouble. And trouble is just what Freddie is in now. Some people used to believe that cats had 9 lives, but Freddie's no cat. And even if he had 90 lives, it wouldn't be enough where he's headed. I mean, right out in the middle of a busy freeway. Mayday! Mayday!
Dog, in center lane. We'll check it out.
Poor Freddie. Please don't let anything happen to him.
Save him!
Freddie, we'll never neglect our responsibility again, ever.
Or even longer.
I hope so. And like the Brown Hornet said, when you neglect your responsibility, you invite trouble.
Fat Albert is right. A lot of important lessons can be learned from having a pet. The first is that every pet owner has to be willing to accept responsibility. Responsibility for the actions of the pet. Secondly, it isn't all fun and games having a pet. Pets have to be fed, exercised, washed, cleaned, looked after, given emergency treatment, and trained. And what do you get for this? Loyalty, companionship, protection, fun. And most important of all, love.